What's up, everybody? We are live. We have a good card coming up pretty soon, man. Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny. Sorry about having it out late, but yeah, I've been busy, man, with work and had to do it right now. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep, so if I'm falling asleep, man, excuse me. I cannot wait, man, for this card. Cannot wait for Saturday. Shout out to the Mecca 2, Mr. Arkansas tournament. Great tournament. Can't wait, man. This is a great card. Um, Recap for last week, real quick. Yeah, well, 0-1 on bets with Calvin Cater getting smoked by Max Holloway. I do think that Mayav would have won. That was my other bet, but it fell through. Um, yeah, did not do that good, man. 4-6. The predictions, a lot of favorites lost. So went back to my old ways, man, for this card. So went with a lot of dogs, and I cannot wait to talk about this card. So first fight of the night, we got here we go. We got Leonardo versus Manon Fiorot. This first fight of the night, we got Leonardo, who won her debut in Contender Series. She's a tough girl, man. She's been around for a long time. She's like I mentioned, 8-2. She's been in there with Maverick, who lost, or actually Maverick beat her both times. She also lost to a girl, I forget what her last name is, blank something. She got knocked out with a head kick. My problem with her is that she eats a lot of punishment. She gets hit a lot. She's tough, but if you watch her fight with Chelsea Hackett, she was getting beat up, man. And a girl like Chelsea Hackett was out there, hurting her really bad in the second round. Chelsea Hackett's really green. Obviously, Renato's exposed her. Hackett doesn't have a ground game. I think Farah is a lot better than Hackett. I think Farah is just a better striker. She has a big striking advantage here. Really good striking, great right hand. Like I mentioned, way more technical, more power, big advantage in the feet. Yeah, man. I mean, they both kind of really haven't fought like. Leonardo probably has fought better competition, but I mean, it's not like Furio's fighting cans out there, man. I mean, she's has an underrated grappling too. She's 5-1. I do think the Leonardo has a grappling advantage, but I think it's gonna be really hard to take down Furio. And like I mentioned, I think Furio will just piece her on the feet. And I got to go with the better striker here, man. She's also, I believe, the UAE current flyweight champ. I believe that she there's like a contender, no, like an ultimate fighter out, I think in France or something like that, and she won that. So this girl's really good. She lost her debut and then went on a big win streak, won 5 fights, and then not counting the fights in the Ultimate Fighter, she won. Um, Really aggressive. And my problem with Hackett is, Hackett hurt her in the second round, didn't really go after it. She went for the clinch and just didn't take advantage of having Leonardo hurt. And if Fiorot gets her hurt, she's going to smell blood, and I think she's going to go after it. Like I mentioned, dude, Leonardo is just at a huge disadvantage on the feet. She has a grappling advantage, but I think that Furio is just going to keep her on the feet and piece her up really bad. So I got Furio, and I got her winning. I'll go through the weight finish or decision win. So next fight, we got Khabib's cousin. We got Umar versus Sergey Morozov. Yeah, man, I actually think both these guys are pretty talented. I do think that Sergey's talented. He's a good striker for sure. He's plus, I think, 400, something like that. Line's a little off, but I mean, yeah, you got to go with Khabib's cousin here, man. Umar's the rifle favorite. I think that he has a huge grappling advantage here. And I know that Sergey is a great striker and all this stuff, but I mean, we've seen him get taken down, and he's really hard to fade and not pick a guy like Umar. So I got to go with Umar with a W here, man. So that's my second pick, and no bet so far. Third fight of the night, we got Mike Davis versus Mason Jones. Let me find my notes real quick. But yeah, this is actually my first play of the night. I got a bet on the underdog here. I got Mason Jones for the win. Oh, okay, so yeah, man, I got Mason Jones here. I think that Mike Davis, man, is a good fighter. I think he's a good striker. He's definitely the smaller dude. This guy's fought at featherweight. The joke is, fought at lightweight. He's a lightweight, but he also fought at 170 last fight against Proctor and got the dub. A lot of people are counting out Jones here, man. I mean, I do agree that Mike Davis is a better striker for sure. I think he has a great right hand. He's aggressive, trains out of fusion. He's athletic. He's fast. He's probably the faster dude. Aggressive. But I mean, one thing about Mike Davis is that the guy hasn't really fought anybody. I mean, yeah, he lost to Sodiq, and okay, let me backtrack that real quick. Who is he really beating? I mean, a lot of people are talking about Mason Jones competition. I think Jones beating better guys. I mean, the best win that Davis has is against what Gifford. I mean, Gifford's is not good at all. He's one of the worst fighters of all time. Um, Jones has the grappling advantage here too. I mean, Jones has a great, legit ground game as a black belt. I do think that, like I mentioned, better ground game for Jones. But I think on the feet, I think it's close. I do think that Davis is better, but Jones is really good striking too. And one thing about Jones is a finisher. He likes to brawl. Bigger dude, like I mentioned, is a good chin, a good right hand, good left hand, good boxing. I do think that he gets hit, but he's really tough. But my thing with Jones is I think he's gonna be able to mix it up here. And he's an undefeated kid for a reason. Cage Warriors lightweight and welterweight champ, dude. I think this guy's for real. He has great pressure. Like I mentioned, I see a lot of like ways, man, for him to win this fight. And everyone's acting like Dave's gonna smoke him here and all this, but I don't think so. I think the feet's gonna be competitive. I think we've seen Davis get tagged before. I mean, that Sodiq dominated him in that fight. I mean, it was a great fight, but I mean, we've seen Mike Davis, exposed before, and I think he's a good fighter. But I think that Jones is getting kind of out of here. I mean, Jones is a great fighter. Jones striking is really good too. Good kicks. I think people, are underestimating here. We saw Mike Davis. He's been taken down against Gilbert Burns 3 times, and yeah, Gilbert Burns is one of the best fighters in welterweight. But I do believe that if Mason Jones takes him down, that Jones is going to have a huge advantage on the mat. I think he can sub him. But honestly, I think Jones can actually hurt him on the feet too. I mean, would it surprise me if Davis hurt him on the feet? No. I mean, Jones, gets hit and he's been hurt in his fights, but I got to go with the underdog here, man. I got Mason Jones mixing it up. I think he'll have some advantages on the feet, or some success in the feet, but I do think he'll get it down with the mat. So I'm gonna go with Mason Jones, and I'm gonna go with the submission win. So yeah, next fight tonight we got Davison Figueiredo's little brother, or is his little or older brother? I don't remember. I don't even know. Francisco Figueiredo versus Jamon Rivera. It's a close fight. This is definitely one of those fights that I've been going back and forth on. It's a good fight too, and it's a fight that I'm not going to bet on. But after watching tape on it, I actually got to go with the underdog here, Jerome Rivera. I think that he's a lot better on the feet. He has way more volume. He's the bigger dude. What concerns me is that he can't get taken down, which Rivera or Francisco definitely has a better wrestling. But I do think that Rivera has a really good ground game. I mean, you saw him get taken down against Luis Rodriguez on Contender Series, but I mean, he's really crafty on the ground. Most of his wins by submission, dude. So yeah, I do see that a lot of success for Rivera in this fight. It's just one of those fights that I just don't want any part of. Great leg kicks, but I mean, it's Figueroa has a lot of power. I mean, I think Rivera is more technical and has way more volume, but Figueroa is kind of like Davis's low volume, but he has a lot of power. Good wrestling. He also has a good ground game, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of concerning. Figueroa last fight's good. He went to a draw and stuff, but Rivera got knocked out against Tyson Nam, and then before that he fought they got a Contender Series, which was a close fight. I mean, a lot of people said it was a robbery, but if you go back and watch the fight, Rivera landed way more strikes than him in that fight. I mean, I know he got taken down, but like I got to give the dub for Rivera on that. So in this fight, I'll go with Rivera. I think he has way more volume. I think he can just piece up Fig on the feet, maybe get a submission. So I'll go with Joe Rivera with a win. So next fight, we got Dalcha Lungiambula versus Marcus Perez. Yeah, man, this is a good fight. Both these guys are kind of at the bottom of the division. It's really hard to trust Marcus Perez, dude. I mean, he got knocked out against the bum last fight. I don't think Triscus is anything. I mean, I think Perez was winning that whole fight and then got caught. I think Trevin Giles is going to actually destroy Triscus, but I'll back on this matchup. Yeah, man, it's really hard to trust Perez after getting smoked like that. I think Dalcha could hurt him on the feet. I think Dalcha is the better, striker, and it's kind of fun to say that because I don't think Dalcha's striking is really that good, but Perez has no striking, I don't think at all. I think that they're both good grapplers, but Dalcha has a really good judo background. I think that he can get Marcus Perez down. I think it's kind of easy to take Perez down. I got to go with Dalcha here. I think he's going to get the finish. One of those fights, not what I want, no part of, but I got to go with Dalcha. Next fight, we got Mudaerji versus Zaruk Adashev. This is probably the easiest fight on the fight to call because he's the biggest favorite on the card. I think, easy money for Sue. I mean, I wouldn't bet him at the current line, but yeah, he's gonna get a clear cut win. I mean, it'd be kind of dumb to bet or pick Adashev here. I mean, Sue's gonna get a first round KO. This guy's just way better than him. I think that he actually has a lot of potential to go far in this division. I know that his ground game is really suspect. He's been tapped out 4 times. I think every loss has actually been by submission, but yeah, he has a big advantage here on the feet. Big advantage everywhere the fight goes. He has underrated grappling. We saw him take down Suk, multiple times. Mudaerji, first round KO, right hand, the jab, the straight left, everything about it. He's fast. I mean, his striking is really smooth. So I got Mudaerji. Next fight, Ricky Simone versus Gaetano Pirrello. Yeah, man. I mean, Simone is a good fighter. He's been in a really good competition. The fight with Marab was really good. One thing I like about him is his pace. He has really good cardio, great pressure, great grappling. Kind of a bad matchup for Perot, man. Perot's not really that good. He's a brawler, and he's been submitted multiple times. I think if Simone gets him down, it's going to be all Ricky Simone. So I got Ricky Simone with the upset. Or with the upset. I got him with the dub, not upset. Next fight, we got Omari Akdemov versus Tom Breese. So this is one that I actually went back and forth on. And initially, I had Tom Breese, and then I went back and watched more tape, and I actually changed my pick. So um, I'm going with Omari to get the dub. I really think he's going to get this job done. I mean, I do like Tom Breeze. I think he is a good fighter. I just think it's really mental with him. It's hard trusting a guy like Tom Breeze. You don't know what Tom Breeze is going to show up. I mean, he quit against Brennan. I don't care what anyone says. You watch that fight. He pulled guard. Like, what is he doing? He literally quit. He gave up. He turtled up. I mean, Allen dominated that fight. Um, who is Tom Breeze beating? Like, can one person tell me who's his best win? Like, who is it? Like, I'm listening. Who is it? I mean, arguably, Keita Nakamura won that fight. And yeah, he beat KB Bjork. Good job. Probably the worst fighter of all time. He beat Daniel Kelly. Good job. One of the worst fighters of all time. I mean, I wouldn't say one of the worst fighters of all time. I'll take that back. But I mean, Daniel Kelly is a jobber. He really is. And yeah, he beat ACJ, but he's still a jobber. Um, he's so old too. I mean, past his prime. Um, in this matchup, I think that Omari's fought the better competition. He's beaten better competition. He's beaten guys like Ian Heinisch. I mean, Tom Breeze would not be Ian Heinisch. Omari's beaten, Cummings. He's beaten some good fighters. So definitely, I feel like he's way better 185 than 170. Both his knockout losses were at 170. He gasses, obviously. That's one big thing, red flag. He slows down. I mean, but then the thing is with Breeze, I mean, he's only been out of the first round once. Really? I mean, again, in the Strickland fight, I mean, he's getting all these first round finishes and stuff. So, um, who knows how his cardio is? He lost the third round pretty bad against Strickland. So, I mean, maybe their cardio is kind of the same boat. I mean, Amari's cardio is like the red flag about him, but I mean, I've still seen him go, fight in the third round, and Breeze only been out of the first round one time. So, on the feet, I give the advantage to Breeze. He's the better striker. I think he's technical. I think he has a good right hand. He has good jab, good boxing. But I do think that Amari has good hands too. I mean, we saw him hurt Ian Heinisch multiple times. I think he has a good counter striking game. Good right hand, good straight left. But yeah, he definitely has the grappling advantage too. I know that Breeze has good um, he's a black belt, good ground game. But I mean, Omar has good grappling, man. And Chris Weidman beat him with the grappling. I mean, yeah, I bet on Omar there, and everyone. It's an embarrassing loss. But then when you go back and watch it, Chris Weidman's still a good grappler, and Omari just did not fight. But he had the best game plan there. He should have went out there and knocked him out, man. I mean, Omar should have went out there and brawled with him on the feet. He really should have. Um, but he didn't. He tried to grapple with him, and he actually took down Chris Weidman like 3 or 4 times. And I mean, taking down Chris Weidman, I think, is pretty impressive. So, and he took down Heinisch, 2 times. I think that Omari's getting overlooked here. I mean, big advantage on the mat. That Breeze has the advantage on the feet. It's hard to trust Breeze. He's mental with him, like I mentioned. I got to go with Omari. I mean, Omari has power too. I think Omari could actually crack Breeze in the feet, but I mean, I definitely think that Omari can take down Tom Breeze. I really do. I mean, if Allen can go out there and dominate on the mat, I think Omari can too. This guy went out there and took down Chris Weidman, so I got Omari. I think he's going to get either a decision or a TKO finish here. So I see some people in the chat. The Mecca, what up? What up, Rush? Yeah, man. Rush got last place, Mecca season 1. Congrats to him for getting last place. I like the guy, but he talks a lot of shit for someone that got last place. Yeah, man. We'll see where he goes. What's up, Touch? What's up, Torrin Brown? What's up, XTIC? Next fight, we got first fight of the main card. We got Will Murphy versus Douglas Silva Andrade. This is a great fight. Kind of clear-cut win for me, or clear-cut decision for me. I mean, this is all Will Murphy. I think he has a huge size advantage here. I think he's one of the best prospects in the division. I think this kid's going to go really far. I mean, knocking out Ramos the way he did was good, but I mean, next fight, dude, I mean, good, bro. He really is. Douglas Silva Andrade has no business at 45. He's just like one of those Brazilian, juice heads. I mean, he is tough. He has a pretty good game, but I mean, Will Murphy is just going to be able to just outbox him, outstrike him, land the harder shots. I mean, Murphy has underrated grappling too. Yeah, you gotta go with Murphy here, man. I just don't see how Douglas Silva and Andrade wins this fight. I've seen some people pick Andrade. I think Guru picked Andrade. I mean, I don't see that at all, man. I think Murphy's gonna go out there and just get a dominant decision. So next fight, we got Dangerous Schnell versus Tyson Nam. It's a great fight, dude. This is a really good fight. I've no, I mean it's one of those fights where I feel like I have a really good read here. I just don't want to bet it, man. Like I'm going back and forth. Like I have one more bet that I haven't talked about later in the card, but um I might have a third bet. It's between Omari and Danger. I think that I mean the thing is Danger wins this fight all day if he doesn't get caught. And he's been knocked out 3 times, and he can 100% get caught, man. I mean, 100% he can. I mean, he's chinny. He's been KO 3 times. I mean, the Hector Sandoval loss was bad. I mean, what the fuck was that, dude? That was like legit, like small hammer fist. But then he got killed against Pantoja's last fight in a good fight. I mean, they both hurt each other in a brawl, dude. Um, then Rafa knocked him out at 35. I mean, Rafa's one of the best fighters in the division. So, but still, you can't say he's not chinny. But I mean, he's 4-2 in his last 6. He went on a nice win streak, and didn't beat the best competition. But I mean, one thing about Danger that I like is that, like I mentioned, I think he's better actually everywhere to fight. It's just the chin. And Tyson Nam has more power for sure, but Danger has way more volume. Tyson Nam is low volume. Danger's the better striker. He's more technical. Yeah, Tyson Nam has good boxing, but he has great power. He knocked out, 2 guys last 2 fights. Jerome Rivera. I thought Rivera, looked good until he got caught, and then he knocked out the guy that Susan destroyed and um, Adashev. But yeah, man, I just think that Danger's good. A great ground game too. I mean, this guy is legit on the mat, dude. I mean, good grappling, good jiu-jitsu, really good triangles, man. I like everything about Danger. I think Danger could take down Tyson Nam. I know Tyson has never been taken down one time in the UFC, but I mean, he's only fought strikers in the UFC. We see him get taken down in the regional scene too. So yeah, I like Danger here. I think he's pieces up on the feet. I think he lands in more volume. I think he can get takedowns. It's all about the chin. If he doesn't get caught, he wins his fight. And that's why I'm going to stay away, just because the chin is a big liability. Because Tyson Nam does hit really hard. So I'll go with Danger, the younger fighter, getting the win. It is concerning too. I don't think he's been training at ATT, and I think he's been training back at home in Louisiana. It's kind of a small gym. So I'll go with still with him. Next fight, Roxanne Modafferi, Viviana Rajah. I mean, this is an easy fight to predict, dude. I like Roxanne, man. She's a good fighter, but it's hard, for her to get the dub here. She's never even won, 2 fights in a row in the UFC, number one. I think that it's a complete mismatch on the feet. Viviana Rajah is one of the best strikers in the division. I think Jessica I fight, man, like just, I outstruck her, man. And she really did. I outstruck her. I landed, more strikes. And I mean, is that going to happen this fight? Is Roxanne going to outstrike Viviana Rajah? No. It's like she has great takedown defense too. Just 92% takedown defense. She'd have been taken down once in the UFC against Montana De La Rosa in a fight that I thought she dominated. Yeah, Roxanne has a grappling advantage. She's a legit black belt. If she gets her down, I think that Rajah can get back up. And I think that she's just way faster, way more technical, way better striker on the feet. I like her movement. She does slow down a little bit, but I think that she's going to piece her up and actually get her out of there. And it's kind of tough to get Roxy out of there, but Viviani's a good fighter, bro. I got Viviani. I got her with a TKO finish. Next fight. This fight's going to really, man, be a tough fight in the Mecca because I think it's going to be 50-50, and whoever wins is going to get a finish. So we got Ike Bono versus, God, Meniscus Mamute. This is a close fight. I've actually had a really tough time with this fight. I really want to pick Mamute here really bad. It's just, I can't. He has no chin. He might have the worst chin I've ever seen in my life. He definitely has the grappling advantage here. He's the bigger dude. He's just so slow on the feet, and he has no head movement. And I just think that if he gets clipped one time, it's over. And I think that Ike Villanova's trash. I don't think he's good at all. And both these guys have huge advantages in this fight. Ike has way better striking, and his boxing is just if one of those right hands hits Mamute, it's game over. But then again, if Mamute eats it and takes him down, it's probably over too because Mamute has a better grappling. Dog or pass in one of these fights, like for me, when I see two bums fight, I always like to go with the dog. But in this instance, I got to go with fucking. I got to go with Ike. I think Ike's gonna smoke him. I think Ike is gonna knock him out. But would it surprise me if he lost? No, because I said it's 50-50 fight. It's either Ike's gonna get submitted or Ike's gonna get a KO, and I think that Ike will hurt him immediately and they get him out of there. This guy just has no chin. I mean, yes, all 3 of the guys that he lost to in the UFC are way better than him, and they have way better striking. I mean, Eric Anders. Alonzo Benfield. They actually have speed. They're fast. They have good hit. They have good striking. Um, Paul Craig, and it's kind of fun to say Paul Craig, but Paul Craig's improved so much, dude. He actually has hands. He has good boxing. So, but still, I got to go with like I just think that he has a good right hand, good uppercut, good. I think his striking is good enough to hurt him, and I just think that one of those strikes is going to hurt that chin and get him out of there. So I got Ike with the KO. But we'll never bet this fight though. Next fight, we got Warley Alves versus Munir Lazzez. Great fight. Yeah, I got to go with Lazzez. I think this guy's the real deal. We saw him go out there and beat Razak. I think Lazzez is a great striker. I think that he has a great jab. He has a nasty chin. I mean, all those shots in the last fight were crazy, dude. This guy is a huge guy for the division, man. Good grappling. I mean, man, this guy is legit, dude. Like, really is. I think this guy might go far in the division. I know that Alves is a younger dude, but it's kind of hard to trust Alves, dude. He's really bad cardio. His striking is not that good. He has a great guillotine and a great ground game, but I mean, I think it's gonna be tough to take down Lazzez. And I mean, on the feet, you got to give Lazzez is a huge advantage here. Way better striker. I mean, he's in a piece up Warwick, and Warwick's a little shinny too. I think he can get him out of there and Munir has way better cardio too, dude. So I got Munir. I think he's gonna finish Roy Alves, man. And yeah, man, it kind of sucks, man. Roy Alves was a good prospect last year, especially when I have to beat Colby Covington. But I gotta go with my boy as last fight, main event of the evening. My last bet, we got Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny. I am really confident in this play, man. I got Michael Chiesa with the dub, so I got 3 units on Mason Jones. I think at plus. Let me just double check my bets real quick, guys. Like the odds and shit. Um, so Mason Jones, I got at plus 160, and then Chiesa I kind of messed up and got plus 107. So yeah, I like Chiesa here a lot, man. I think this is a great matchup for him. Ever since it got announced, man, I was on Chiesa, and then after I watched the tape, man, I just think it's a great matchup for him, dude. I really do. He has really good grappling, man. And Neil Magny, that's how you beat him. I mean, strikers with knockout power beat him, but also, man, that 59% takedown offense is not gonna hold up here, man. You getting taken down by strikers like Leach and Anthony Rocco Martin. Imagine what happens when you get taken down by a guy like Michael Chiesa. I mean, even RDA, one takedown that was over. Michael Chiesa, man, I mean, he doesn't. I mean, I feel like he can just go out there and take him down repeatedly, but I mean, it could be one takedown that's over. I mean, it's that big of advantage on the feet. And another reason why I like Chiesa in this fight is he's not going to let Magny, do what he always does, man. Magny likes to, use his distance, and he definitely has a better striking here. But Chiesa's a pressure fighter. He's going to back him up against the fence, which is not good for Magny, and he's going to get him down. Great body luck, great grappling. I think once Chiesa's on top, dude, I mean, it's Chiesa's world. I think Chiesa could take him down at will. I think Chiesa could really get him out of there early. Everyone's talking about the cardio. I've never seen him slow down. Yeah, it's his first 5-round fight, but I mean, Magny's actually been in 2 5-round fights. He lost the fourth and fifth against Kelvin, and he lost the fourth against Ponzi and got knocked out. So, I mean, great cardio for Magny. He has a cardio advantage, great, but how's the cardio going to hold up when you get taken down the whole fight, dude? I mean, it's a bad matchup for him. I think Chiesa, man, is just it's a nightmare matchup, dude. The grappling, he's gonna go out there, take him down. I think he gets him out of there. He can just keep on taking him down. I got my Chiesa. I got him by submission. He's gonna hand Magny his submission loss. Yeah, man, I love Chiesa here. I really do. So there you guys go. There's all my picks. I think I picked like 500 dogs, and then there's a couple pick 'em fights. But yeah, man. So I'll put my all the timestamps up and all that stuff. I have not watched the weigh-in yet, so I'm definitely gonna watch that after I do that. Yeah, man. So cannot wait. Mecca 2. Team 1's gonna get smoked this week. Cannot wait to go out there and show them who's boss. We'll see, man. It's gonna be fun. Looking at the chat right now. I did fly them pretty. I went by pretty fast, man. I'm tired, man. I'm not gonna be streaming or anything right now. I need to just put these out, watch the weigh-in. So there you guys go. Let me know in the comments below who you guys have every week, and or who you guys have in the card, and I'll do the timestamps. Those are my picks for the Mecca 2. Those are my predictions to win. Those are my 2 bets. Let's get it, guys. Peace.